Hey guys, it's Misty. So continuing on today with our beginner series, I thought that we would discuss how to do slip knots and how to make chains to begin our crochet work. There, let's start at the beginning. The way I begin just about every project that I start is I lay my yarn across the inside of my fingers right here with my tail pointed down where my pinky finger is here. And whether I'm making a magic circle or whether I'm making a slip knot, big or small, basically, I use these 3 fingers when I'm wrapping my yarn. It doesn't matter whether you use 2 fingers or 1 finger to wrap your yarn, whatever's most comfortable for you. I'm sure you'll find that and settle on that, but this is just how I do it. So I lay my yarn across my hand like this, and I just bring my thumb down and hold it like that. And then I grab my working yarn here that's attached to my ball of yarn, and I just cross over and make an X, just like that. And then I'm going to hold that down with my thumb. Now I'm going to turn my hand around, and I'm just going to lay my pinky over this working yarn, okay? Now, to make your slip knot, this is so easy. All you're going to do is come under the first piece of yarn right there and grab the back piece of yarn, all right? Pull it through, and as you do, just turn your hand around. See that? And now let go of your yarn and grab a hold of these 2 tails and pull. Okay? Now throw away this little short one and pull again to tighten it down. And that is all there is to it. Alright, let's do that one more time. Laying your yarn across the inside of your hand. Take your working yarn and wrap it around and make an X. Okay? Take your thumb and hold that yarn down and roll your hands around right like that and cover this working yarn with your pinky. Okay? Now, take your hook and go in under that front yarn, grab the back yarn, and just pull it out like that. As you do that, turn your whole hand over. Release the circle. Grab these 2 pieces of yarn right here and give that a tug. Fly away with your little short piece there and tighten down with your longer piece, and you've made a slip knot. Okay? Alright, now once you've got your slip knot on your hook, and let me say this too, if you need more practice, if you want to do it again and again, that's fine. Just back the video up and keep doing it as many times as you need to. There's absolutely no limit to how long it takes you to do something. If you feel you need to do it more, by all means do it more. Make slip knots all day. You'll only be the better for it. Okay? Alright, so moving on from that, we're going to go ahead and learn how to make a chain. So you're going to need to grab a hold of your yarn, and to do so, I'm just going to show you for instructional purposes the way that I do it. There's going to be little different quirks and eccentricities that people do, and everybody's different, so I'm going to teach you my method, but I am in no way saying that this is the only way, okay? Alright, so I grab a hold of my yarn, you know, just like this, laying it in my hand, and then I take this finger, my index finger, and all I do is wrap my yarn twice. Okay, that's how I hold my yarn. Now, the only secret technique to this method, really, is to make sure that your working yarn is coming over the top of your finger. Okay, if it's going back around the back side, that's going to give you too much tension. You're not going to be able to pull that loosely enough, okay? So always wrap it around so that the yarn is headed toward, off the top of your finger, toward your crochet hook, okay? And sometimes if I'm needing to get in there, I'll grab it a little bit more. But for the most part, I just wrap around twice, and then I'm ready to start with my chain. The best thing to do here, I have found, is to take your middle finger and your thumb and grab a hold of this little knot on your slip knot there. Just grab a hold of it, okay? And now, using your working yarn and your hook, we're going to yarn over. Basically what that means is you're taking this working yarn and you're moving it over your hook, okay? And I'm going to show you as far as direction goes. Your yarn, let me tighten that up a little bit. Your yarn is out here in front of your hook, okay? Your hook is moving to the left of your yarn. Your yarn is coming over, or your hook is dropping back behind, however is comfortable for you. See that? It's moving from left to right, okay? Left to right. And then you are going to grab that yarn and pull it down. And as you do so, you are twisting that hook so that when you get down here to where your slip knot is, the head of your hook here, right here, this part that comes down, this pointy part right there, is able to slide right into that opening. It's almost like you're pulling this with your middle and your thumb here. You're pulling this out and making like a teardrop shape there, okay? And when you grab this yarn, you're going to pull that down and go right through the point of that teardrop. You're just widening it out, making it easier, and then coming back around, okay? So again, I'll show you from this direction. You're going from left to right when you yarn over. Then you're going to grab that yarn and twist as you go and come right down into that chain. Okay? Now, as you go, a really good idea is to reach up and grab the bottom of your stitch. Anytime that you feel your stitch is too tight or that you don't have enough control over it, just reach up and grab the bottom of it wherever you are. Okay? You don't have to hang on to it constantly by this knot. You can reach right up here and grab the bottom of the current stitch that you're working on. Okay? And so you're going to go to the left again, yarn over, and pull that back down right in through that loop. Okay? Doing it again. And that is literally all there is to making a chain. The most important thing as far as making your chain goes is that you make sure that you're using this left to right. Now, if you have it turned this way, you could even call it a down and up, okay? But just looking at the camera here like this, I just want to be clear that I'm going down this way to the left, and then I'm yarning over from the right, okay? And then twisting that down and bringing it through my loop. If I am holding it a little more sideways, like this, it would be down and then over from the top. Okay, remember that you are yarning over. You're not grabbing a hold of it from the bottom, okay? You're always yarning over. Okay, yarn over and pull through. 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 Another thing to make note of here that will serve you well later is down here This is the shaft of our hook. If you watched our anatomy of a hook, you've seen the different parts: the head, the throat, the shaft, the grip, okay? So what we're doing when we yarn over and pull through, we don't stop with our stitch right here. This is not going to give us the size stitch we need for the hook size that we're using. We're going to always follow through and bring that stitch on down onto our hook to the shaft area that's going to get us to the right size stitch that we're looking for, okay? So if you're only pulling your stitch out and you're stopping right here, you're not getting the full potential out of that stitch. You need to bring it down. Also, when you bring it down, it positions you already to go ahead and do another yarn over. Pull through and bring that stitch down. Not bringing it down will also make your stitches, see this? It'll make your stitches, I literally almost can't get in that stitch now, right? It'll make your stitches way too tight and make your crochet work just too tense in general. So just use that shaft to really open this yarn up so that it reaches its full potential and so that you get the stitch that you're really looking for, okay? And literally, that is all there is to making chains. I would advise you to just, when you click out of this video, just to practice this. You can make loads and loads of chains. I would just practice this a little bit before moving on. Rewind the video. Go back and rewatch it as much as you need to. Slow it down in places. You know, it seems so trivial, but your chain is really your foundation for everything. Literally, if you get this, and you can and you will get this, you're already crocheting. Once you can make chains, you're already there. You're already doing it. So this is a win. The next step is to build on this chain because you literally can't make anything without it. Okay? So if you got anything from the video, if it helped you at all, if you would give a like, I would really appreciate that. I would also love it if you would become a part of my crochet family and subscribe to the channel. That would mean the world to me too. So until next time, guys, go out and do something that you love. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Bye-bye.